You might remember a year ago we told you about a film made in West Bay in just 30 days that was hitting cinemas across the south. The live-action British children's film Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg was shot entirely on location in and around Bournemouth and Bridport and had its world premiere as part of the 59th British Film Industry London Film Festival. Well, the makers of the movie are now in pre-production for their next family film, and directors Tim Clague and Danny Stack are with me in the studio now. It must have gone pretty well then if you're back for another one.
We're back and we're doing it again.
For our sins.
He says with glee.
Yeah.
That's
It worked out really well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so it must have been a brilliant experience. Just for people that missed the story the first time round, tell us a little bit more about Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg.
Okay, so Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg is a fun family movie, slightly old-fashioned but also up to date, and it's about kids that go on holiday to Holiday Park, like there's so many in this area, everyone knows. And there's always like the mascot there, guy in a suit essentially. But at this place, Nelson Nutmeg. No, we're saying that. Kids know. And this one's called Nelson Nutmeg, and the kids think they see Nelson Nutmeg get pushed off a big cliff. And so they want to solve that mystery. So it's kind of like Scooby-Doo inspired, but live action. So all shot locally, as you say, all with local kids as well. So we had, such a great time doing it, and sort of, in a way, promoting the fantastic locations in Dorset and all around the south. So great and on our doorstep. Yet it looks so amazing on the big screen. And, the film's out in America. It's out on DVD today.
Wow.
This very day. I know it's a bit early yet. Shops aren't even open. As soon as the shops are open, get down to... it's exclusive to Asda, so get down there.
Okay.
And but when it's also been out in America, and of course, when you're not from this neck of the woods and you see the great, Jurassic coastline, to the American viewers, it's like really looks amazing. You must have such a great time living there, and of course we all do. But we've got to remember it, haven't you?
It's almost like the way you're describing it. It's like the kids' version of Broadchurch.
It is, yeah. I mean, we shot in where they filmed Broadchurch, and it's almost like that kind of thing. Scooby-Doo meets Famous Five is how we kind of
meets Broadchurch. Yeah, you're right.
Meets Broadchurch. I really like that description.
But also, I think one of the things we should say about the next one, one of the reasons why we want to do the next one, because Nutmeg did so well, and we made it so locally and so cheaply. And we know other films with much bigger budgets that don't go anywhere. They don't get any kind of release. They don't get any kind of coverage. Yeah. So for us to do what we've done, like the London Film Festival, as you say, we did a little cinema run last year. It's on video on demand and DVD now. And so we're thinking that's something to celebrate, especially with the local talent and crew that we have. And the kids, we liked focusing on the kids as much as possible. And so that's why we feel excited and energised to say, let's do the next one.
Because this is the thing, when you hear about a project like that, you think, oh my goodness me, you're going to make a movie, it's going to be incredibly expensive. And for you guys, you must really have to have a certain amount of understanding of the entire industry as well as that creative process, because you are, in essence, doing the most creative thing imaginable, but also you're having to balance the books and make it a bit of a business venture as well. How do you do that?
I think it works well having two. It works well having two of us, for sure. There is a third person called Jan Caston, who's kind of like our producer, our exec producer. She keeps us kind of
don't spend too much.
Don't spend too much. But we do it like we like to say, like we're the Coen brothers for kids. We write and produce and direct together. But I think having that partnership really helps in terms of our industry experience and our own individual kind of journey so far.
And we want to do it. That's the thing, okay? We want to do it. We the older listeners, they'll remember the Children's Film Foundation in the past, which was great, but low-budget British movies that would be shown on the big screen in the sort of 50s and 60s and 70s. And that funding disappeared. And so we want to plug that gap. We're going to Cannes in May to promote this new movie that we want to do. We'll talk about that in a minute. But when we looked into it and we were sort of starting to reach out and look at the other people going from the UK to Cannes, we're the only British company that makes exclusively live-action children's movies. So
and original.
There's no one else doing it.
Yeah.
And we're proud that we're doing it down here in the South, which is so family-friendly.
Yeah. The industry wants us to do it, but it's just a thumbs up from them.
Yes.
Keep on going, fellas. You're doing great. We're like, well, we could do it with a bit more support then. So we're just doing what we can by ourselves.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the next movie then. We talked about Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg. What's the premise of this one?
Well, this is an idea that I'll let Danny explain because it came to him in a moment of clarity.
we were going to a meeting in London, and as we were walking along, I was like, "Tim, I've got an idea for a new film." He was like, "Okay, what is it?" I said, "It's a bit half baked at the moment, but this is what it's called. It's called Future TX."
Right.
And he's like, "Okay, what's that?" And I said, "Well, imagine two kids about 12 years of age getting their first mobile phones. They go together to the shop and they buy them. And when they open them up, the phones ring at the same time. And so they're a bit spooked by that. And they answer. And when they answer, it's the same guy on both phones speaking to them, saying, 'I'm from the future and I need your help to sort out what's going to happen.' So they then have to figure out, can we trust this guy? Can he prove he's calling from the future? And then once he does so, the kind of clues, red herrings and intrigue and mystery they have to figure out to kind of prevent the future thing. So it's kind of a sci-fi thriller for kids.
Yeah.
So sort of Doctor Who style.
Doctor Who Junior.
Yeah.
So I got really excited and he was just like, "Yeah, sounds rubbish." So I had to convince him then. It was just like, "Okay, I'll write the story."
It doesn't sound rubbish at all.
No, I was quickly won over by it. And no, because I thought maybe kids on the phone's not very exciting visually, but we've made it exciting visually. So there's lots of action, chase sequences. It's going to be an exciting movie. Again, shooting around this area, and hopefully with local kids. We want to get more kids involved in this one, more great local talent involved if people are up for that and being involved in any level. They should be starting to reach out to us. Finished the script already. We're going to Cannes in May, which is largest film festival in the world, and we're going to be talking to people there with money and people that own DVD releasing facilities and so on. Getting all that lined up.
Now you've got the last one there. It's going to sell a lot better.
That helps a lot.
So we're hoping to actually have some money rather than no money.
Yeah.
And then hopefully maybe the one after this will actually have a bit of money, and so we'll slowly work our way up the system.
And by film number 4, you're not even going to come and talk to me, are you? You'll be there in your limousine driving straight past.
Yeah, we might Skype you or something.
Well, that's our pitch we're taking to Cannes, so we're practicing it out.
Yeah, we're practicing it. So
I like it.
Okay, great.
I really like it.
Let's write it down, Danny.
Because for Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg, didn't you have one of the Harry Potter stars in that?
Yes, we had Bonnie Wright's in it, who plays Ginny Weasley in all the Harry Potter, one of the only cast that was in all of the movies. And it was great to work with her.
Yeah.
And we want to do that again, that idea of having someone that
some sort of like well-known
families know, and we like casting that. And again, we might be in the sort of the villain role. Bonnie plays the villain in Nelson Nutmeg, so again we maybe get a famous actor to play the villain. I think that's always fun, especially someone you don't know is normally associated with being the villain. That actors quite enjoy playing against their type because they get bored, always playing the hero sometimes. So we want to swap that around again and try and do that. But what we're going to do, get it off the ground, and then we'll see who wants to be in it.
And looking for local participants as well.
Yeah.
So the kids that you get involved, do they need to have a sort of a drama background?
Yes, that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for people locally all along the South Coast, really, and if they have done some kind of screen work, like they've been in a student film, a short film of some kind, something where they it's not their, won't be their first time, but they've only done it a little bit. That would be ideal. And really looking for both boys and girls, and around the ages between 10 and 13.
10 and 13.
So
is this your way of trying to tell me that there's nothing for a 40-year-old radio presenter in this?
You can be the villain.
Do you want to be the villain?
I'll be the villain. I'll make an amazing villain. If people want to find out more, what's your website address then?
NelsonNutmeg.com.
That's where everything is.
That's where everything is, and we've not set up a new website for the new movie, so that's our website now, but there's a contact bit on that.
Okay.
So just go to that and send us a
if
message
you're interested,
through that.
brilliant.
Yeah, if you know know someone, young actor in your family.
Or we're on Twitter and Facebook as well. So if anybody wants to reach out,
that's Nutmeg. Find us and help us.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck with it. Keep in touch.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we'll see you when you're really, really rich and famous. Tim and Danny here on BBC Radio Solent.